If you are riding a motorcycle and love to film your trips, either for beautiful shots like this, or more as an insurance during situations like this. Then probably this video will save you a lot of memory storage on your camera and even more time when editing them. This video will have two sections. In the first one, I will show you how you can save a lot of time when editing your riding videos. And in the second one, you will find out how you can save a lot of storage on your action camera and avoid storing or transferring to your computer videos where absolutely nothing happened. You see, whatever action camera you are using, majority of them have the possibility to highlight a certain moment by pressing the button or even by giving a voice command. Very useful feature. But the problem is, it's useless, because if you want to edit them on a desktop editing apps like Premiere Pro or Davinci Resolve, you simply won't see those highlights. And finally, tired of doing scrolling through hours of footage to find the moment I wanted to use for my videos, I think I found a few solutions. First is the most basic one, and it is simply to turn off the camera after X happened. For example, if someone cut me off, I'll ride a bit more, and if all good, I turn the camera off, so when I'm in the Premiere Pro or any other video editing app, all I need is to simply navigate directly towards the end of the video, where I know is the part I want to use, without watching the entire video trying to find the part I was looking for. But there's a downside of this method, because sometimes you might have something interesting between the point where you turn your camera off and on again. It happens super rarely, but still. So the second option is to use covering the lens of the camera for a few seconds after something happened. So when you transfer the video to your desktop editing app and stretch the timeline like this and make the video on the timeline to show you the frames, you'll be able to find dark spots like this one, which is an indicator that this is the part you are looking for. And because you don't need to stop recording, you will have one continuous piece of video with multiple dark spots, each representing something that you wanted to find later in this long video. Next option to use is the highlight button. I know, I just said that you won't be able to see highlights in desktop editing apps, but you can still see them in the camera itself, which gives us another option to use in order to find the moment we want and save time. Here's how you can do it. So as always, you are on your motorcycle and something happened. So you press the button on whatever action camera you are using to highlight that moment. Then, before transferring that footage to your computer where you won't be able to see these highlights, you open that video or videos on your action camera, find the moment that you highlighted, and then simply note somewhere on paper or your phone the timestamp where the highlight was made. So this way, when you go to your editing app, all you need is to go to that exact time that you noted before. Might not look as the most convenient option, but it is still an option that saves a lot of time from scrolling through a long video. Now let's move to section 2. You see, the problem here is that some people are lazy, and some people simply don't have time to run to their computers to edit videos straight after their trip on a motorcycle. Obviously, this results in the camera storage being occupied by tons of different videos, some of which might be useful later, but majority is just ordinary ride with absolutely nothing happening on it. So usually when your camera storage is almost or completely full, you transfer it to your computer to edit them later or edit immediately. But again, the problem is that now you need to go through tons of videos in order to understand which one you should keep for editing and which one you can simply delete. So to avoid this, the solution I came up with is to use hand gestures. The main gesture I use when the camera is recording for more than 10 minutes is this one. Actually, I combine it with the first method I talked about at the beginning of this video. So, gesture and then stop recording. This gesture means that this video can be deleted straight from the camera because nothing significant happened throughout this video. And then when I need to free up some space, all I need to do is to open each video on the camera itself, navigate towards the end, and if I see this gesture, it means I can delete it straight away without worrying about deleting a video that might have something I was about to use later. It is super easy, and the more often you do such cleaning straight from the camera, the less time it takes to find a video that can be deleted to free up some space. For example, when riding in the city, I usually do this cleaning every other day while waiting in a queue for whatever. So it's like a short activity I do while doing something in parallel, like waiting for a coffee or a friend. But for example, when I was doing a long distance trip, I did that at every gas station because the trip was 8 hours and the memory storage was only 3 hours, which left me with no other option than to do it more frequently. Again, while waiting for a coffee or something else. You can come up with whatever gesture is convenient for you, but just to give you a few examples, I also use this gesture to indicate that someone cut me off, or this one to indicate cool car passing by. I mean, again, you can come up with whatever gesture works for you and assign whatever action will help you to identify the moment when doing the editing. Second option that you can use to save you some time and storage is to use highlight button of your action camera. So for example, if something happens and I press the highlight button, I will later see it in the camera itself. But if nothing happens for 5, 10, 15, whatever duration you choose, I would simply stop recording and start again. So in case if something happens, I don't need to keep 15 minutes long video just for a few seconds. And this gives me the possibility to delete videos straight from the camera, because when I scroll through videos, all I need to do is to find video without any highlight mark, which is an indicator that this video can be deleted. And videos with the highlight mark should stay because something happened that I want to use later. If you ask me, after using different methods, I came to a conclusion that the easiest one for me is to use this gesture and then camera off for videos that I need to delete. And for the rest, I simply stop recording after whatever happens, and then later in Premiere Pro I just go through the footage, but this time knowing exactly where is the part I should look for and assign colors so it is easier to differentiate which one are related to cars, which one to pedestrians, and so on. Until we actually get the possibility to see the highlight inside the desktop editing apps, this, I believe, is what we can use today. And if you have better ideas, I'll be more than happy to learn them from you. Hope it was useful, thank you, and see you somewhere else.